This is the Soundcore Motion X600 by Anker, and it is a phenomenal portable speaker, and I'm absolutely blown away how they're able to sell such an amazing device for the price that they are charging, especially for 3 different reasons. Now, I have owned many speakers by Anker. This one I absolutely loved, so much so that I bought a second one. And when Anker reached out to sponsor a video and showcase this new product, I said absolutely, because I think they provide some of the best bang for the buck value out there. And now, not only best bang for the buck, but best for very little bucks. Now, I've owned the Motion Boom for a few years now, and they have been amazing. I could take it anywhere with me, but they did have a few downsides. The Soundcore Motion X600 fixes those issues and one-ups that in pretty much every single way. Now, the craziest selling point that I was a little bit skeptical of was their spatial audio tuning. But when I heard it, I was just shocked. I've been using spatial audio for a while now, and when Apple launched their version originally, I wasn't very impressed because it made a lot of songs sound actually worse. Now, Soundcore Spatial Audio, they self-developed, and it could turn any stereo sound into spatial, and because of my previous experience, I thought it wouldn't be that great, but it works phenomenally. This thing has 3 separate amplifiers and 5 speakers built into it, including this up-firing one, and they are very powerful, and the algorithm that they are using works great. Go ahead and take a listen to the difference yourself with spatial audio off and then on. Now I have some very expensive microphones, but the difference you heard isn't even as big of a difference as what you hear in real life. So with the spatial audio button up top, I just keep that turned on all the time because it works so well. Now, this thing is also certified for wireless high-res audio with a codec that is 3 times your standard Bluetooth. So you can get much higher quality into the speaker to work for that spatial audio. Now, if you're using a device that can't support high-res audio, do not worry, because that sound test you just heard, that was with an iPhone, and even with AAC, it sounds fantastic. Now, this speaker also outputs 50 RMS watts of power, even if you have it unplugged, whereas a lot of the competitors, if you don't have it plugged into the wall, it gets a lot quieter, which it really sucks. So I'm very glad about that. Now, on the back, we have a flap that seals it in for waterproofing. And in there, we have a USB Type-C port for power, which is great. I'm glad it's not micro USB like some of the competitors, and it also has an aux input, which is great, and what some of the competitors do not include. Now, I've been using this thing everywhere, inside of the house, bringing it downstairs with this handle, bringing it outside, and even bringing it to the hot tub, because this is IPX7 rated for water resistance, so you do not have to worry, and that is sweet. It also gets very loud, and unlike some other speakers, you don't get distortion when you crank up that volume. Now, another thing that I like is that we have this bass up button right here. Typically I keep that on, but if I'm listening to it like at night, for example at the hot tub, I will just press that button. It cuts down on the bass, which means that you're not going to be disturbing your neighbors. Now, we also have the Bluetooth pairing button, the on button, and some controls up top. Now, the other thing that really impresses me is the build quality and materials. This handle up here is metal. It is insanely sturdy, feels really nice. And the same thing with the front here that has this really nice pattern, the top over here for the up-firing speaker, and even the back. They did not cheap out, and this makes it feel very premium and also durable, which is really nice. Now, as far as actual sound quality compared to other speakers, well, even with this one, I got rid of my other Bluetooth speakers because it sounded so good. And I did have to do some tuning here as far as the EQ, and I'll show you guys the app in just a little bit, but this thing sounds fantastic even straight out of the gate. And because of the 5 drivers that we have in here and the spatial audio, as well as the quality going up to 40,000 hertz, the highs are so clear, and especially if you're using high-res audio, it kicks it up another notch. The clarity you get is simply unmatched from speakers that even cost double or close to triple the price. And as far as what they're competing against in terms of the drivers, the design, and the spatial audio, those are speakers that are 5 to 10 times more expensive. Now, what I would kind of compare it to that I have would be the new HomePod that can also do spatial audio and has the awareness, and I'll show you guys a sample of that. But that thing costs $300, which is about double compared to their discounted price for this. And Anchor is great at doing discounts, and it is not portable, and it is not waterproof. And you cannot just connect to it with Bluetooth, so you can't just take it somewhere. So the value that you get here is incredible, and go ahead and take a listen to the comparison between the sound.
Take me to a world of silver, no more heartbreaks, tears, painkillers. Take me somewhere unfamiliar, bring me back to where we started out. Get me out of now, to where we started out.
Getting this thing, I mean, it is a no-brainer in my opinion, and sitting around and listening to it with a variety of different tracks, from hip-hop tracks to pop tracks to classical tracks, the sound stage that you get from this, especially when you turn on the spatialized audio, it is just great. So it takes regular songs that don't have a good sound stage, good mixing, makes it sound way better, and songs that do have a very wide kind of sound, it just takes it to a whole nother level. And its built-in battery will last for up to 12 hours, so you can use this thing all day, have incredible sound, not worry about any water or moisture. And overall, I think it's one of the best values, or even the best value, if you care about sound quality and you want a portable speaker. Now, I also want to show you guys the Soundcore app. So here I have some of my devices. I'm gonna press on the Motion X600. I can see the battery life there. I can control the volume, and then we can go into the equalizer. So the cool thing is they give you a lot of control. Now here is their signature sound profile, like I mentioned with the Motion Boom. I had to tweak that quite a bit for my liking, but this one sounds awesome right out of the gate. Now here's the bass up button. So if you toggle that off, you see that drops down quite a bit. It looks a little dramatic here. In reality, you still have bass, but it cuts down nicely so you don't annoy your neighbors or you don't wake up your family, especially at night. Now they also have a few different presets here for voice. There's a balanced one, and then you can go into custom. Now I have a few created. I have flat, I have my own night mode here, or you can just go into custom here and have some settings. And they actually allow you to go to full band, where you can tweak all of this, and then bringing up this last one, you can go all the way super high here to, I think it's 28,000 hertz. So you have a lot of flexibility to tune it exactly how you like it. And then we can actually go back here, go into our settings, and then this is beta for me right here, but you can turn off the voice prompt. You can change your auto power off so that if you don't have a signal, you're gonna save battery life. And you can also update the firmware as well. So go ahead and use the links down below to check it out. Get yourself a killer deal right at its launch point. And I know you will absolutely love this speaker. Go ahead and click that circle above to subscribe. Check out one of those videos right over there. This has been Max, and I will see you in the next one.